Caitlin Clark has been ruled out for tonight's game against the Dallas Wings. She will miss her second straight game. This game is in Dallas. This game was moved to the American Airlines Center in Dallas because of the huge crowd that the Dallas Wings wanted to cash in on. They called it scheduling conflict, for which I made a T-shirt based off of that. If you haven't done so yet, make sure you go over to my shop. Check out the merch I have there. I have the Her Game, Her Way basketball T-shirt. I have a bunch of Caitlin Clark designs, the scheduling conflict design, and all the other merch that we have over there. So do grab some merch. Appreciate your support. But yes, Caitlin Clark is out. Right, she's out. Been ruled out as of 2:52 p.m. today. She missed yesterday's game in 85-75 loss to the Los Angeles Sparks. It's the first time the Wings have played a home game away from the arena of the campus of University of Texas at Arlington. There's no timetable at this point as to when she will be back. They don't have another real game until July 3rd. I have said already that I'd probably hold her out until the All-Star break, just being real, keeping it 100. But that's not what the Indiana Fever do. Again, a groin strain is a situation that is hard to recover from if you don't actually do the one thing necessary: rest, 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 rest. Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Rudy's Rant, Her Game, Her Way Women's Basketball. We talk facts over feelings. I'm your host, Rudy Rodriguez Show. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this topic. This is now going to be the seventh game that Caitlin Clark has missed this season. The team is 7-8. In her, when she's been missing, they have gone, I think, 2-5 without her. And their two wins were against, God, I don't remember. I don't even remember at this point. It hasn't been. Oh, Chicago was one, and the Mystics. So they beat the Mystics without her, and they beat the Sky without her. And then they went back and they lost to the Dream without her. So they lost to the Mystics, the Sun, the Dream, and now the Sparks. So is that 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. So they're 2-4 without her, actually. This will be her 7th missed game. They're 7-8, as you know. They are currently sitting as the 9 seed. They're not even in the playoffs at this point. If the season was to end today, luckily it is a long season. Well, not very long, but long enough that they can get back into, as long as they stay hovering at that 500 area, because this league is not exactly all that good. This is a game that people wanted to see. They wanted to see Caitlin Clark go against Paige Bueckers, and we're not going to get that now, unfortunately. But if you have any sense, you know that it's just a lot more important for the Indiana Fever to get Caitlin Clark healthy rather than throwing her ass on the court and then her getting injured again, making it worse, potentially tearing her groin. That's a possibility, making it a much worse situation. I mean, think about the fact that Matthew Tkachuk for the Florida Panthers got hurt in the Four Nations, which is the All-Star game which was the All-Star game this year for the NHL, and he didn't play another game until the playoffs for the Florida Panthers. Now, the Florida Panthers obviously are a great, great team who had the ability to deal with him not being there, but they didn't play great without him. Not having him is a massive loss, but it turned out he had a torn adductor. Basically, he tore a muscle in his groin area, and it had completely detached from the bone. And he didn't think he was shocked he'd be able to play, but he's a dog like that. And it was the playoffs. That said, this is a regular season game in the first third of the season, and there's no point in rushing her back. You got to get this woman healthy. If she is injured like this and has to deal with this nagging stuff the rest of the season, she's going to have a horrible year. Her season will be terrible. Her shooting right now is in the toilet. The turnover numbers are through the roof. Yeah, she leads the league in assists if she plays enough games. At the moment, I don't even know if she's in the. I don't even know based on their rules. Yeah, she doesn't. Yeah, she has eight. She's averaging 8.9 assists. Well, Alyssa Thomas is averaging 8.9 assists too. That's shocking. Um, so she's tied for first with Alyssa Thomas. Alyssa Thomas has had 10, 13, 11. So she's had a bunch of big assist games as well of late. But Caitlin Clark has got to get healthy, man. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. You can't mess around with this injury again. It just goes back to the quad injury and all the everything that's gone on this year. I know people don't. Some people don't believe that she's been injured. I completely disagree with that. I don't think there's any conspiracy to hold her out of games to not have her play, not have her have a chance to win the league MVP. I mean, this is the same woman that was fourth in the league last year in MVP voting. You know, I don't buy it. I don't buy it. And I know that Caitlin Clark has the ability to be a great, great player and be the best player in the league. But she also has the ability to not be good when she's not healthy. She's not a player that I think can really play a whole, especially with a leg injury. I don't think she's the type of player that has the ability to be all that successful with a leg injury because it affects her in so many ways. She needs the burst, she needs the explosion, she needs the ability to jump, she needs the ability to have power from her legs to shoot the jump shot. Otherwise, you're just shooting a jumper with your arms. And an arm jumper is not going to go in most of the time. She's shooting 29.5% from three. Her field goal percentage is under 40%. Like right now, she's having a worse season this year than she had as a rookie. And I do attribute a lot of it to the injury, the injuries. They didn't give her a chance to heal. She came back too fast. And then shit happens. You overcompensate. Other things become used more. Other areas of your body become used more. And then they get hurt too. So how long she's out, we don't know. Hasn't been announced. They're going to run this game to game crap, game time decision crap. She better not play in this stupid Commissioner's Cup. It'll be an absolute waste of time. It doesn't matter. It doesn't count to the schedule. Who gives a shit? At the very least, she needs to sit out till the next game, which is July 3rd. Like I said, I'd hold her out until the break. And that's presuming that you're still in the 500 range and you're in that. If you're in that range, you can afford to do it. Obviously, if you lose a few games in a row and now you're 3, 4, 5 games under 500, then they would feel probably more compelled to throw her back in there as quickly as possible. But we'll see what happens. She's injured. She's out. The matchup between Caitlin Clark and Paige Bueckers is not going to happen tonight, unfortunately. But there will be future matchups. I do feel for the people in Dallas who wanted to go watch this game. I do. I really do. I feel for fans. Fans because on top of that, a majority of the fans that are going to be at that game in Dallas are Caitlin Clark fans. The people that bought tickets for this game are Caitlin Clark fans. Caitlin Clark fans are all over the country, all over the world. And I feel bad for the fans that spend the money to get tickets for this game. It's like I have a friend of mine. I mean, hell, you all know him, Nick. Nick is a massive Steph Curry fan. Massive. I am too, actually. But he's a massive Steph Curry fan. And his wife bought him tickets to go to a Steph Curry game, a Golden State game a few years back in Washington when they were living in DC. And Steph Curry gets hurt and can't play in the game. He was he was heartbroken. And then down here, I gave him tickets I think I gave him tickets to the game, or I don't know. I think I gave him tickets to the game because I had tickets because I didn't go. And Steph Curry was hurt again. It's like Steph Curry's constantly hurt whenever he's had a chance to go watch Steph Curry play. And that's kind of probably how people in Dallas may feel right now, and how people on any road trip who go to see her in another city would probably feel if she can't play. It sucks. It does suck. So, but she needs to have her health. If she doesn't have her health, she's going to look like a shell of a player. And that includes defensively, where she's been a basic statue. So, this team, Wow. I wish they would just announce her out for at least a couple of weeks so we're not having this conversation every single game. I just wish they would. But that's all I got. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts in the comments. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell. This is Rudy's Rant, Her Game, Her Way Women's Basketball. Come on now.